guys, we're back with another video today, and guys, listen, Kamaru Usman is finally making his return back to the octagon, guys, and he is facing Joaquin Buckley. Joaquin Buckley is a nasty fighter, guys. I'm so excited for this fight. This is such a badass fight right here. This is genuinely such a good fight. I mean, the card itself isn't the most solid, but it has decent fights on here. But I don't think that they tried to stack this card too much because it's Kamaru Usman, right? He can sell an arena just by himself, you know what I'm saying, right? I'm going to be giving my full card predictions for this entire card, starting with the prelims and then ending with the main card, right, guys? So let's not wait anymore, guys. Let's just get right into it. Alright, now the first fight we have in this card, we have Jamie Lee Horth versus Venzelia Dormif Pay-Lewis. I'm going to go with Jamie by decision. I just think that she is slightly better. I mean, she's 2-2 in her last 4. I think that's her entire UFC run, and Vansley has had a long experience, so I could see this going to Vansley, but I honestly don't know. And to be honest with you guys, I don't care. Like, I just think Jamie Lee's a little bit better just because she's fought higher competition in her last couple fights, right? All right, next up we have Phil Rowe versus Angelus Lopez. I'm going with Phil Rowe by decision. I know Phil Rowe, he's taken a long break, and he's coming back against Angelus Lopez. And I know that he's on a 2-fight losing streak. And this guy lost to Neil Magny. I mean, Neil Magny, right, guys? That's not a good, loss to have in your resume, let's be real. But I feel like Phil Rowe is... I think he'll be alright with him. I think so. I don't think he's going to have that much of a struggle with Angelus Lopez. I don't think so. I think he'll be fine. And I'll go with him by decision. All right, next up we have Ricky Simone versus Cameron Simon. This was a short notice for Cameron Simon. I'm pretty sure he was supposed to. I'm pretty sure he stepped up on less than a week half notice against Ricky Simone. Ricky Simone's a pretty nasty guy. When it comes to the unranked bantamweights, he's pretty nasty actually. I don't think he's gonna win this. I honestly don't think so. He's 2-2. I think he's 1-2 in his 3. He's got not that many fights in the UFC right now. I don't think Cameron Simon is that good, if I'm gonna be honest with you. So I'm gonna go with Ricky Simone by decision. I don't think he'll finish him though. I wish that he would, but I don't think Ricky Simone will finish him. He did finish Bashir in his last fight, but Bashir is kind of chinny, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Cameron Simone is a chinny person, right? I think he takes decent shots and he just he's very hard to knock out in my opinion. So I'll go with Ricky Simone by decision. All right, next up we have Cody Dennen versus Jose Arturo. I'm going with Cody Dennen by decision. A lot of these fights I'm picking them as decisions. I don't think we're gonna see that many finishes on this card personally. I think Cody Dennen, I think he's on a 2-fight or 3-fight losing streak right now. He's doing pretty badly as far as his last couple fights, but most of these guys have been against killers. He's fought Bruno Silva, he's fought Joshua Van, the GOAT, so I mean, no disrespect there, man. I mean, he lost to Joshua Van, guys. I mean, if you lose to Joshua Van, that's no shade on you, man. He's the greatest fighter of all time at featherweight. But I could see Cody Dennen losing this because he is 34 right now, and Jose Chorito, I mean, first of all, I don't even know who this guy is, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, he lost in his debut, right? He did lose in his debut, but I don't think that, I don't know, honestly. I don't think Cody Dernen's going to lose this fight. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm thinking he's going to win this fight pretty comfortably, I'd say. I think he'll use his boxing and striking to do well. I mean, he's a bit slow, but he can take good shots. I mean, if the GOAT Joshua Van can't knock you out, then I doubt Jose Arturo will get him down. So I'm going to go with Cody Dennen by decision. All right, next up we have Malcolm Wmaker versus Chris Mortiro. This is crazy. Chris Mortiro is actually finally back. This guy, for those who don't know, okay? For those who don't know, Chris Mortiro was the guy who got absolutely decimated by Sean O'Malley during the McGregor and Poirier pay-per-view card. And then he fought one more time, lost again, and then he was cut from the promotion. But ever since then, this dude's been on a 5-fight winning streak, bro. And most of them have been by finish, I believe. He's actually looked pretty decent. I mean, the fact he's on a 5-fight winning streak after what happened to him, I mean, that's pretty impressive, I'd say. Unfortunately, the UFC are doing him really fucking dirty by giving him Wmaker. This guy is, for those who didn't see this fight, nasty knockout he did against Cameron Simon, I believe. Nasty knockout right there, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's, they did him so dirty, honestly. But as much as I want to pick Wmaker, and I very much can see him winning this fight, I don't care. I'm going with Chris Matio. Do I think he's gonna win this fight? No, but I have to believe, man. I have to believe that Chris Matio is gonna win this fight. I don't know if he will. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm very worried about him fighting Wmaker, but I have faith. And I just hope he wins this fight because mate, to go on a 5-fight winning streak after being cut from the promotion only then to join back, mind you, on a short notice this was, only to come back on a short notice and get knocked out in your next fight in the UFC after being on a 5-fight winning streak. Damn, that'd be a tough pill to swallow. All right, next up we have Michael Chiesa versus Court McGee. Not much you can really say about this fight. I mean, I think Michael Chiesa will win this fight pretty easily. I'd say he'll take him down. He'll use his control time. He may get a submission and he may not. I don't think Court McGee is like good at all. He's like 42 or something like that. He's not getting better. He's not getting younger. Michael Chiesa is old as well. He's like 37 right now. And he's about to turn 38 at the end of this year. So he's not getting younger or better. But I think he's slightly better than Court McGee. Well, not slightly. Like a big chunk, if I'm going to be honest with you. I think he's better than Court McGee. Pretty much everywhere in the striking. Not necessarily in the jiu-jitsu. Like as far as submission-wise goes, I think he'll be able to survive most of those submission attempts. I could be wrong. Maybe Michael Chiesa goes out there and smokes him in the first round. We'll see how it goes, but I'll go with Michael Chiesa by decision. All right, next up we have Paul Craig versus Roberto Berito. This fight, for those who didn't know, this fight was supposed to happen in the Gilbert Burns versus Michael Morales card. And then what happens, boom, the fight gets canceled. And it's like, it's kind of funny. Like, because Paul Craig, I believe, pulled out. Or no, Roberto pulled out the day of, like 30 minutes before this fight took place because he was sick or something like that. How on earth are you, like, listen, I don't think any fighters scared of one another, maybe except for John Jones, but how do you like pull out 30 minutes before a fight against Paul Craig? This is Paul Craig, mind you, but regardless, even though he pulled out, I'm still picking Berito by KO in like round 1 or TKO. I'm personally gonna go with TKO in round 1. I think he'll rock Paul Craig. And then he'll like ground and pound him and get the TKO victory. That's what I'm going to go with. Like, I don't think nothing's changed when it comes to my opinion about how this fight will go. I think Paul Craig's just way too chinny in my opinion. And I think Berito will be able to staunch him in like the first round. All right, next up we have Anzo versus Umar C. I'm going with Umar C by TKO in round 2. I don't know why, guys, but I have a weird feeling that it's going to be a finish. I don't know why. I feel like one of my main reasons is due to the fact that Menifield has been like knocked out in his last 2 fights pretty badly, I'd say. I mean, he got staunched pretty badly by Carlos Uberg, and then he got beaten up pretty badly against Amza Menifield. Like, he got beat up pretty badly in those 2 fights. So I feel like in that logic, even though Umar's not like a knockout artist, I would say, he does have decent knockouts in his career, right? So, for me, and the fact that Manfield's got finished in his last 2 fights, I'm going to go with Umar. Alright, next up we have Ayamaki versus Cody Brundage. I'm going with Manzu by TKO in round 2. I just think that he'll be able to staunch Cody Brundage pretty easily. I don't think Cody Brundage is like that good, if I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, let's be real. This guy got finished by Bo Nickel in like round 2. So like, I'm sorry, you're not being like most of these other guys, right? So I'm going to go with Manzu Ayamaki by TKO in round 2. All right, next up we have Cody Garbrand versus Raniero Barcelo. Man, bro, first of all, can we just talk about this? What happened to Cody Garbrand? Like, what happened to him? Bro looks like, first of all, the tattoo on his eye looks genuinely one of the worst tattoos I've ever seen in my entire life. And as well as the hair design, I mean, you do what you do, bro, but like, bro, what is that? What is that, bro? Like, I can tolerate the hair. It's the tattoo, bro. The sword in the eye, that just don't work. Bro. It just don't. But whatever. I mean, regardless, I'm going with Cody Garbrand. I don't understand why Cody Garbrand is the underdog. Bro, Cody Garbrand, he's not like a top tier guy like how he once was, right? But he can beat pretty much most of these other like bantamweight fighters as far as like the unranked guys go. I think he's like in the top 20, top 15 around that area. And I find it crazy because yes, Raniero beat Payne Talba. He did. But the dude used his wrestling. He used his grappling against Payne Talba. Payne Talba literally has no understanding of grappling. I'm going to be honest with you. This guy literally got taken down by, like, Berito. Who is this guy? I'm sorry. I'm going with Cody Garbrand by, like, first round KO. That's what I'm going with. Barcelo, he's also old, 38 years old. He's not getting younger. He's taken a lot of damage. I mean, yes, he beat Payne Talba, but he got rocked a little bit against him, actually. People forget, man, that he actually did get rocked a little bit by Payne Talba. And Cody Garbrand is, like, miles different compared to Payne Talba, right? this guy actually has like legitimate like good wrestling takedown defense. He's more experienced basically, and he's bigger than Payne Talbot as well. So I'm going with Cody Garbrand by like TKO or KO in like the first round. All right, next up we have Amdem Sharizambone versus Andre Petroski. I'm going with Admen by TKO. I'm a little bit worried on this one because I can see Andre Petroski like winning this or like surviving this fight. I do see him that he could survive this and not get finished, but this guy has gone knocked out in his last couple fights. Or yeah, like about like 3 fights ago, I'd say he was on a 2-fight losing streak getting TKO'd. One of them was against Michael Pereira. Now, listen, Michael Pereira, he does hit hard, but he's not, like, the craziest, like, hard-hitting guy in that entire division. You know what I'm saying? And Ahmad, this is his entire strategy. He will either knock someone out, or he will get knocked out, or submitted. I don't think his last couple fights, he has not gone to a decision at all. This guy wants to either finish someone or get finished. No in between. So with that, I'm going to go with Ahmad by second round TKO. All right, now for the co-main, finally, like, Jesus Christ, there's so many fights on this card, like, Jesus Christ. We have Rose Namajunas versus Marito Mafriek. I'm going with Rose Namajunas. She's way better compared to most of these ladies. She's not really, like, she's not championship material, but by no means, like, anymore. Like, she once was, like, a genuine champion. And I'm a big fan of Rose Namajunas, and it hurts for me to say that, but she's just not a champion-level fighter anymore. She's not. She's a top-level contender, I will say, though. She is that, but she's not a championship material anymore. I don't think so. I think she'll be able to win this fight by decision, but I could see a potential finish, but no, I'll go with Rose Namajunas by decision. I think that's a fair one to go with. All right, and finally, guys, after all these, like, other fight predictions, we finally reached the main event. Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley. Bro, I talked about in my video, which I, like, for those who didn't see, I made a video talking about how I'm worried about Kamaru Usman in this fight, because honestly, I think he's going to get staunched by Joaquin Buckley, bro. I think he's going to. Yes, I've seen the videos, and he looks very jacked in this fight. He looks in very good shape, but it don't matter, bro. Physicality don't matter in this fight. Like you can have, like, a six-pack and good muscle shape, but you can still lose the fight. I'm not saying that, like, I think Kamaru Usman will be able to hold his own a little bit, but I don't think he'll be able to hold on to, I don't think he'll be able to stay on the same level as Joaquin Buckley for long. Because, like, Joaquin Buckley, bro, he's, like, the worst. He's Kamaru Usman's kryptonite, in my opinion. For one, he's a great wrestling defender, knockout power, short and stocky, so Usman won't be able to take him down as easily. I do think Usman will be able to take him down eventually, but I think it'll be very difficult against Joaquin Buckley. And also, like, Kamaru Usman's 38 years old, bro. This guy is not getting younger. He's getting older as each day passes, and he's been inactive for so long. For almost about a year and a half now, he has not returned at all in the octagon. And after, what was his last fight? It was against Kamsa back in October of, 2023. We are now in, June of 2025. That was his last fight. And he's also 38. Joaquin Buckley's in his prime. He's looking unstoppable right now. All of this just, is a recipe for disaster for Kamaru Usman. I will say, if Kamaru Usman does pull this off and somehow beats Joaquin Buckley, I'll be like, damn, that's really impressive. Because the fact that he took a year and a half off and 30 years old on a 3-fight losing streak to come back and be a top-level contender who's on the rise, that would be actually really impressive right there. That's up there for, when Volk beat Diego Lopez to regain the belt. That's up there, in my opinion, but I don't think that's going to happen. Joaquin Buckley is not the same compared to, Diego Lopez, and Kamaru Usman is not the same as Volk right now. They're very different between those two and how they are right now in their careers. I just don't think Kamaru Usman will be able to do well. I don't think he'll be able to survive against Joaquin Buckley. I'm low-key going to go with him. I think I'm going to go with Joaquin Buckley by finish, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going with him by, round, 3 or 4 TKO by Joaquin Buckley. And it hurts for me to say that because I like Kamaru Usman, but I'm also a big fan of Joaquin Buckley, if I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a bigger fan than him right now, but I don't want to see Kamaru Usman to lose. I just don't want to. I want him to win, but he's just getting up there in age, guys. But, guys, that is my full card predictions for Kamaru Usman versus Joaquin Buckley. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. Do you agree with some of these predictions? Do you don't? Do you also hope that I upload videos again? It will happen, guys. I'm working on some videos. It's just been busy in life right now, but I will get them for you guys. Don't worry. I will always make a prediction video for you guys, though. Whenever a fight happens, I will always give you guys a prediction. You guys can guarantee that, right? Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace!